All right, buckle up, folks. Gachiakuta episode 20 is here, and this one's wild, chaotic, and packed with heart-pounding action. If you've been waiting for an episode where the stakes hit max, friendships get tested, and our heroes face their darkest crossroads, you're in the right place. Let's break down exactly what went down in episode 20, titled Ensign, and dig into all the crazy twists, character moments, and that emotional ending. The episode kicks off with an urgent tone. Time is dangerously short, and the whole team is at risk of being sphere-bound, meaning that whatever prison they're trapped in, getting out is a race against the clock. We see a shift in focus to Engine, a character who's always sort of threaded the group together, but now explicitly steps into the role of a connector. He sets aside his own needs and burning questions, deciding that reuniting the fragmented team is his top priority, no matter what. But things spiral out of control almost immediately. The team finds themselves confronted by a monstrous trash beast, and the setting itself morphs into something unfamiliar and frantic. There's a sense of nervous humor as the group realizes they're all inside this bizarre flying trash creature and need to tidy up or risk certain doom. To add to the confusion, we get a scene where someone's literally tied up, thrown around, and questions like, is he going to break through the wall, suggest a desperate, chaotic struggle to navigate their way out. Bro and Deer, essential team members, step up in the chaos. We learn that Deer's strange pacifier is more than what it seems. It's a power conduit. Deer can drain strength from objects he hits, getting more powerful each time. The others, begin to realize that Deer isn't just a quirky kid, but a powerhouse capable of tapping into the mysterious Centralian heritage. But even as he grows stronger, this drains them farther from safety. With the outer shell of the trash beast nowhere in sight, a raider, one of their adversaries, tries to seize the moment to turn a snatch victory and a prize by stopping Deer's growth himself. We get an intense clash of vital instruments the powers each fighter brings to bear. The raider's gloves, named 3R, echo the leader of the cleaners' philosophy about waste and resources: recycle, reuse, reduce. But in a twisted way, this fight is physical, but it's deeply thematic, mirroring the idea of what counts as trash and what counts as treasure, both in terms of objects and relationships. Things get next level bonkers. Suddenly, the gang finds themselves inside a car. Yes, inside the trash beast, racing for survival. The wheel vanishes, the panic amps up, and no one knows how they ended up in this miracle mess. They're dodging obstacles, arguing about who should drive, and as chaos mounts, it's clear that this isn't a problem they can solve by bickering. They need teamwork, quick thinking, and trust. As they scramble, Engine emerges as a key figure. We see him not just as a connector, but also the ensign, a symbol and rallying point for the team. He steps up, taking lead to find everyone, especially Simiu, who's still missing, and to re-establish communication. Amid the mayhem, Engine uses the umbrella as a signal, a clever play, since umbrellas stand out even in a mess of trash, helping allies find each other. What's at stake here is more than just physical danger. The trash storm is coming, a cyclical disaster that strikes every 6 years. The trash beast they're trapped in has the ability to ride this storm, and that means if they don't take control now, they're going to be forcibly carried over the border, which is synonymous with death. The raider antagonizes with the promise of a ticket to the sphere, a shortcut to escape and personal goals, but at a gnarly, steep price. That sets up the core conflict for Rudo. He's tempted. The raider can get him what he wants, maybe even let him close the door on his painful past. The cleaners, meanwhile, seem to offer nothing but endless dangerous cores, clearing up trash monsters, always playing around the edges of real progress, never directly helping Rudo's quest. That's the moment where Rudo has to choose between going it alone for revenge or relying on the team that has welcomed him. This leads to some of the most powerful dialogue in the series so far. Rudo rejects the Raiders' toxic philosophy of eliminating waste, declaring that neither objects nor people are ever truly waste. He reflects on his relationship with the cleaners, the team that reached out to a garbage kid with nothing but anger, the only ones who saw him not as a threat or nuisance, but as an individual. Rudo's growth is breathtaking here. He admits that anger and revenge are enough anymore. What matters now is sharing happiness and living alongside the people who accept him. He wants to pursue revenge, but not alone, not bitter, but joyfully supported by his newfound family. This emotional climax is in a counterattack against Zottel, the raider. Zottel tries to argue that togetherness will inevitably lead to regret, that Rudo's soul will fill with sludge, and he'll long for the simplicity of isolation. But Rudo calls out Zottel's jealousy, pointing out that his only real treasure is the supportive team that has his back. But then comes a hard twist. The whole episode's intensity rises further as the characters realize their communications are failing. Choker devices meant to connect the group just aren't working. The rest of the team, Simiu included, is still lost, and there are cryptic hints that maybe they aren't underground, adding a whole new layer of mystery to their predicament. Thankfully, The backup is on the way. The boss's information broker has pinpointed their position, so the cavalry is en route. But as trash storms build, the window is closing and there's no room for error. The stakes escalate. Do they trust each other and fight together, or split apart chasing selfish goals? The episode ends on a bittersweet but hopeful tone. Rudo stands firm in his choice. His team is his anchor, his strength, and his purpose now. The flashbacks and dialogue remind us of how far he's come, from a solitary, angry outcast to someone finally ready to live, hope, and even laugh with others. The last lines promise new trials ahead. After anger and togetherness, regret might tempt him, but for now, he's chosen a path with people who matter. In summary, Gachiakuta episode 20 and Son throws our heroes into danger, tests their loyalties, and delivers an emotion-packed showdown that explores themes of waste, acceptance, and what it really means to have a family. Engine's role as the team's Venson ties everyone together, while Rudo's declaration of faith in his friends proves how much he's grown. The action, suspense, and internal battles set the stage for whatever comes next. And if this episode tells us anything, it's that the real treasures in this world are the bonds we fight for. So what did you think about this episode? Did Rudo's speech hit home for you? Are you hyped to see what will happen when the trash storm explodes and the team finally reunites? Drop your theories, feelings, and favorite moments down in the comments. If you enjoyed the recap, don't forget to hit like, share this with another Gachiakuta fan, and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite anime. Catch you next time!